More questions tonight in connection with the 25-year-old Alabama woman who went missing after saying she spotted a child on the side of the highway. Her belongings then found on the side of the road. The details surrounding Carlee Russell's disappearance and miraculous return on foot 48 hours later are still perplexing, and some of it just doesn't seem to quite make sense. Is there still a dangerous criminal on the loose? Her parents, in their first major TV interview since Carlee's return, are saying that she was abducted.
Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But if that's true, why isn't there a manhunt? Why aren't police talking about that? Police don't have to discuss any details, but simply say that they're looking for the kidnapper. But they aren't even saying that, which is bizarre, especially given the fact that Carlee's parents are saying their daughter was fighting for her life over those 2 days.
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
Again, why won't the police at least just verify that, I don't know, a crime was committed? This is what we do know. According to the police, last Thursday, she left work around 8:20 p.m. in Birmingham, Alabama, stops to pick up food for her and her mom at a nearby restaurant, heads home to Hoover, Alabama, about a 10-minute drive. At around 9:30, she calls 911 to report the missing toddler wandering on the interstate. After calling 911, she then calls her sister-in-law, who listens as Carlee gets out of the car and apparently calls to the child. That's when the sister-in-law says she heard Carlee scream and the phone drop. Police say they arrived to Carlee's car minutes later. There was no sign of a child or Carlee. The driver's door was open, the engine still running on the ground. Just her belongings, including her purse and keys. Carlee's cell phone was found in a different spot nearby. There's surveillance video showing her car driving on the shoulder of the interstate and her red Mercedes with the flashers on. There are other cars on the road, but police say Carlee was the only one to report seeing a child, and there were no reports of a missing child. And the story took an even more bizarre turn last night when Carlee's parents told NBC, the reporter you just saw there interviewing them, that they had actually warned Carlee that someone might try to lure her at some point with a child?
When I spoke with Carlee Russell's parents, one of the things they mentioned was that they had warned their daughter about situations like this, saying that no matter how young a person who may seem in danger may appear, that it could be a trap and it could be someone using that in order to do something nefarious. And so when they heard that this has happened, literally the thing they said was, we have warned her about this. So certainly some concern there, at least from the parents, that this could have been some sort of trap.
They warned her of this precise, bizarre sort of incident potentially occurring? Again, we are thrilled that Carlee Russell is home safe. I did a segment calling for anyone who knew anything to please call in. And I totally get the desire for privacy on any details. But for police to still not even say she was abducted, as her parents said, lured, they're not even saying she was a victim of a crime, only saying detectives are combing through numerous pieces of evidence collected from the time she went missing until her return home and beyond. This is a tedious process, but it's important to make sure everything is methodically evaluated so we have the clearest possible picture of what took place from the time Carlee called 911 until she returned home Saturday night. It makes you wonder if there's more to the story. Joining us now by phone is David Lamb, senior reporter at our affiliate in Birmingham, Alabama, who's been covering the story. David, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it. You getting any more information from the police here?
What I'm hearing, Dan, is that in the next 24 hours, the Hoover Police Department will make some sort of a statement. I don't know if it's in response to what the Russells said today, but there is no doubt that the Russells' position and the actions of the Hoover Police Department, they are in conflict. There has not been a bolo. There's no sense of urgency. Yet, like you just showed on the Today Show, the Russells maintain their daughter was abducted and that there is an abductor and a perpetrator at large.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.